Would you choose love or money? Can you imagine what Erica chose? Erica was a beautiful young lady in her early 20s, but unfortunately her family really struggled financially. Her parents were both retired teachers, and she often had to sacrifice her own happiness for her younger siblings' happiness. For example, soon after she started college, she unfortunately had to drop out to allow her younger sister to finish high school. But some way, somehow, Erica always had hope and passion and vision that things would eventually get better, life would sort itself out, and she would get her happily ever after. When she first started college, she had a boyfriend. Let's call him Michael. And she and Michael loved each other. They supported each other. But her family was never in agreement. Erica's mother was always angry that Michael himself was struggling financially. He couldn't give Erica the life and the dream that she would want for her. And he definitely couldn't support Erica's whole family. So she would consistently insist that Erica get rid of him. But Erica was steadfast. She loved him and she knew that there was going to be a way out. Eventually, Erica got a job as a waitress in a restaurant. And at that place, she got to meet so many people from different walks of life. One morning, stepped in, tall, dark, and handsome. A gentleman came, he was getting breakfast, and he started to chat Erica up. He introduced himself as Felix, an entrepreneur who worked in the States. He was running a company. And, he thought she was cute and wanted to get to know her a little bit. As much as, he was cute, Erica wasn't interested. Her heart was dead set on Michael and she wanted nothing to do with Felix. Every time that Felix came in, he always wanted to talk to Erica. He would insist that, go on a date with me, get to know me. You never know what could happen. And Erica was hearing none of it. Eventually, after a lot of convincing, Felix was able to get Erica's number, but she still wasn't giving him time and attention. One random day, over at Erica's house, her mom received a visitor, Mrs. Benson, an old-time friend who had heard about the struggles the family was going through and wanted to visit and give them a little something for the road. So Mrs. Benson comes to the house, hangs out with Erica's mother, gives her a few dollars and says, look, I take this to help your family. I can see you guys are struggling. I really, really wish there was more I could do to help. Very soon after, Erica walks in. Right from the end of her shift at the restaurant, she walks in, greets her mother and Mrs. Benson, and walks into the kitchen. Mrs. Benson says, is this your daughter, Erica? She has grown. She looks great. Oh, I've been searching for a wife for my son. Every day, he's not finding woman. But she looks delightful. Is she in a relationship? Erica's mother said, oh, not at all. She's not with anybody. Let me see your son. Let's see what we can cook up. Mrs. Benson shows Erica's mother a picture of her son. And in her excitement, Erica's mother grabs the phone, rushes to Erica and says, oh my goodness, look, this is Mrs. Benson's son. She wants you guys to meet. She wants to get to know each other. Erica looks at the picture and goes, but that's Felix. And her mother is excited. She's like, oh, so you already know the person. You guys have already spoken. She's like, yeah, he keeps worrying me that, he wants us to talk. He wants us to get married. And then since he thinks I'm interesting. Erica's mother goes, oh, great. This is a sign from God. He's rich. He comes from a well-to-do family. Things are going great. This is your chance to bring us all out of this poverty that we're struggling in. Erica goes, look, no, thank you. I'm not interested. But her mother hears none of it. Goes back to Mrs. Benson and says, oh, good news. They've spoken before. So let's give them both some small pressure and maybe we can see where this goes. Days passed, weeks passed, and both Mrs. Benson and Erica's mother were giving her so much pressure that she conceded to go on a date and get to know Felix. But you see, things quickly spiraled out of control because the more she interacted with Felix, the more pressure her family gave to her. Felix eventually asked that, he wants to marry her. And Erica was still not convinced. She wasn't interested. Her heart belonged to Michael. But when she spoke to her mother said, look, Erica, we are struggling. This man can fix your life problems. He can fix our life problems. He can allow you to finally be who you can, be whatever it is you want to be. So Erica, with all the pressure, decided that, okay, you know what? Let me take this relationship seriously. Finally, after everything, Erica agreed. In 3 months, her life had completely changed. Erica was married to Felix, and in that moment, he was able to buy her parents a house, help her siblings finish their college degrees, and even offered to pay for her degree. So finally, Erica was able to finish her college degree. And she was happy, she was excited. Obviously, throughout the relationship and in the beginning of the marriage, Felix was doing back and forth between their home country and the United States where he worked. Hold up, wait, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now let's go back to the show. Until Felix announced that he was finally able to do all the documentation ready for Erica to join him in the States. But Erica said, oh, wait, please hold on. I finished my college degree, yes, but I want to do a nursing degree course. I want to be certified nurse practitioner before I leave. Felix was like, are you sure? Why? She's like, oh, I'll have a career to start with. Once I land in the States, I could get a job. I'm a very serious person. And Felix was very impressed. He was like, wow, you have a good head on your shoulders. You're very driven. You want to do something for yourself. I completely support it. So he allowed and he paid for Erica to continue and do a nursing degree. While Erica furthered her studies with her nursing degree, Felix would go back and forth between the US and their home country to spend time and see her. Eventually, Erica fell pregnant. And though it was a hard task, she managed to juggle motherhood and her degree. She finished her degree and was very excited by the whole process. After that, Felix was like, okay, great. Now we can do your papers. You can come to the US, but our daughter will have to stay with your mother, Erica's mother, until we can do her documentation and papers as well. So it was all agreed. 4 years later, Erica, Felix, and their daughter were living happily ever after in Texas, US. But that was not the end of their story. In that moment, their life was picture perfect. Erica was doing very well at the hospital working as a nurse. Felix's company was doing very well. Business was booming. Until one evening, Felix comes home from work and sees the house completely empty. Erica was nowhere to be found, neither was their daughter, and everything had been packed out. They had left. All he could find was a letter. He found a letter and it said, I'm very sorry, Felix, that things had to end this way. I've always been in love with my ex, Michael, and the two of us have never given up on each other. I'm going to live with him now. You've always been very good to me and my family, and I will never forget what you did for us. But I cannot continue being with a man I do not love. I am choosing me. I'm very sorry things had to end this way. My lawyer will send divorce papers tomorrow morning. Goodbye. Felix could not believe what he was reading. How could this have happened? Who was Michael? Where did this come from? He tried calling, no answers. He tried to look, maybe she'd left something, a clue as to where she'd went. He eventually called Erica's mother and told her the whole story and asked for an explanation. In that moment, Erica's mother confessed that, oh my goodness, the first time Erica went to college, she met a boy, this Michael boy. I did not like him. I told her to break up with him, but it seems everything I said against him only drew them closer together. What really made everything was that Michael had donated his kidney to Erica. Felix was confused. He'd never heard this story before. After all this time, he never knew. Erica's mom confessed that yes, indeed, it's true. There was a point in time several years ago where Erica had been very, very sick, and as an act of love, Michael got tested and ended up being a perfect match. He donated his kidney, and it was something that Erica had never expected anybody to do for her. So though their story was giving Romeo and Juliet and their families didn't want them together, Erica vowed to never leave Michael. But before she hung up, Erica's mother added that, look, Felix, I know this story is hard, but just for you to have all the facts, I would suggest you DNA test your daughter. Though Felix was completely devastated, he decided to pause, think, and regroup. He needed to get the facts right. So the following morning, when the lawyer sent in the divorce papers, he said no, he will not sign them unless he could have a DNA test for their child. And the lawyers agreed. They DNA tested their daughter, and the results came back negative. You are not the father. In that moment, Felix felt the absolute worst level of betrayal. He quickly headed over to Erica's new apartment and demanded answers. And with no remorse, Erica confessed and said, look, me and Michael never broke up. We never stopped loving each other. Me and you, it was really just a financial agreement. Like, I needed money for my family. They kept pressuring me, and that's why I agreed to marry you. But I didn't love you. I don't love you. And I'm tired of living this lie. Felix didn't understand. He was like, everything we went through, everything I've paid for. She said, look, do you remember when I asked to do this nursing course? Felix said, yes. What about it? She said, it was because I didn't want to leave Michael. I mean, I wasn't going to tell you, but that was the only reason I stayed. And that is how we ended up creating our daughter. She's not yours, but I don't want us to fight. I want us to be friends. I want us to move past this. Let's sign the divorce papers and go about our business, go about our life. But just know that this relationship is over and it has ended. Felix left devastated. And though their divorce did in fact go through, 2 years later, Felix has still not recovered. Now that's an entangled web. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at EntangledWebStories, and I'll catch you in the next video.